when we were first asked to do food corps, and we were first asked to have a garden, the teachers just were like, we cannot fit one more thing into what we're doing in our curriculum. But I've seen so many benefits, like I said, the kids willing to try new foods and enjoying snacks that are healthy for them, and having a better understanding of how we are connected to our area and we are connected to how food is created. And so we make time for it, and it's worth it.
So one thing that we learned over the course of the past year was that teachers were enthusiastic about this, but they didn't have enough time. But we don't want that to be the case. We don't want to be increasing the burden on teachers. We want them to support the greater good, but we also want to support them.
What I really appreciate about this program, again, teachers feel that more and more they have things put on their plate, and a lot of times many things just kind of are taken off the wayside, like health and nutrition and healthy living. What is really unique about this program, what I really appreciate about that, is it puts it back, into focus without it being an add-on, but rather it being something that's fun and interesting and really promoting, something that the students will take with them for the rest of their lives.
So I've been really fortunate in that I've been able to get into a lot of classrooms and work with a lot of teachers. And that's because of years of foundational knowledge of what Food Corps does and seeing changes in eating habits. I mean, that's the goal of this program, is to get more kids eating healthy. And when teachers see that, they're more willing to bring you into their classroom because it's part of the greater good. So doing this curriculum project has really been a goal of supporting the teachers and getting that higher level concept into the elementary school level. So they're learning about agriculture, they're learning about local economies, they're learning about growing things. But they're getting that through something the teacher already has to teach.
We just sat down with the Food Corps people. They developed the lesson. They come to us with lesson ideas. We figure out how to combine them with our curriculum that we have here in Traverse City, which is the state standard curriculum in Common Core. And so we have ideas of what we need to be covering, and then they say, how can we connect this to what you're doing in your curriculum? Right now, we are connecting a lot of what they're teaching, like the soil experiment today connects to social studies and what we're learning about Michigan geography.
We looked at our curriculum and we said what will work with our science and our health units. And then we said which lessons would work. And then we came up with lessons and made them work for the grade level that we have too.
The Food Corps learning helps me in all areas of our curriculum. Vocabulary building that ties into our language arts. When we talk about a story, we can a lot of times connect it to something that we've done in Food Corps. We tie it into our social studies, looking at the different counties. We tie it into science with the study of plants and how plants grow and plant parts, and climate, which ties both science and social studies. With math, we tie it in when we're looking at measurement, especially if we're making food, one of their favorite activities. And it helps the students also to see how all of these different areas tie together and work together, and make them more excited about learning.
Yeah, so we try to always give a hands-on activity with all of our Food Corps lessons. And it's really important for the kids to engage with the materials.
What did we do last time when we were talking about health? Last time I was here. We did something fun, but it was also healthy. Garrett.
We made a smoothie.
Does anybody remember the name of our smoothie? Yeah.
Green Monster smoothie.
Green Monster smoothie. So we had a healthy smoothie, but it was a Green Monster smoothie. What was that vegetable we put in our smoothie that made it a Green Monster smoothie? Sydney.
Kale.
Kale. Exactly.
They really enjoy the hands-on because they start with a lesson and then it's a hands-on type of a unit. So like sometimes they sing a song with our plants, or they do an activity. We've been talking about seasons because of the seasons changing, and that lends itself to the planting seasons. So we kind of wrap that all together. But then they also have the taste testing, which they really enjoy too.
Well, one, anytime anyone comes in, like a guest teacher or something, it's always kind of more engaging, and especially like Miss Megan and Daniel we've had as a Food Corps person. They always look forward to it. And so when you have automatic buy-in almost, it kind of is going to help any lesson. I mean, you could peel potatoes and they would love it. Actually, literally, if you come in here and peel potatoes, they would truly love that.
Food Corps benefits me as a teacher by having somebody else helping to teach some of these things. A lot of times, I can say these things again and again. The kids get it when they hear it from somebody else. It's new, it's novel, it's fun, it's a change from our normal routine.
Yeah, generally they do tastings, and it's a really great way to expose kids to these different types of foods, and sometimes just one time trying something is not enough for our kids. So The fact that they allow them to taste them and try them out each different time that they come in is really, really great.
To meet with Food Corps and try to plan it out with your curriculum. It doesn't take that long, and it's easy because we planned like the whole year, except for I think the last month we didn't get to yet. We want to make sure we get through everything first. But it was really easy, and it was blending it with what I already need to do in my requirements for my curriculum.
A lot of times teachers are feeling like there's so much on their plate. However, if you look at the Common Core state standards right now, they're very process oriented as opposed to you have to choose, this specific book to read or this specific content to teach. It's more about processes. And so having Food Corps coming in and teaching, that's the content that can drive the processes of science, social studies, math, English, reading.
So it's something that really we're just trying to give teachers hands-on activities. We're trying to give them engaging, multidisciplinary lessons that can connect all of these dots and get that sort of greater good element that sometimes persuades them to bring us in. Well, we're in the process of building resources. It'll be a regional database for teachers to have this material. So it's all going to be available online and hopefully through TBA ISD. They're working on developing a web host for us, so that'll be a resource for teachers.